Georgia is a country in the Caucasus region of Eurasia. Located at the crossroads of Western Asia and Eastern Europe, it is bounded to the west by the Black Sea, to the north and northeast by Russia, to the south by Turkey and Armenia, and to the southeast by Azerbaijan. The capital and largest city is Tbilisi. Georgia covers a territory of 69,700 square kilometers, and its 2015 population is about 3.75 million. Georgia is a unitary, semi-presidential republic, with the government elected through a representative democracy. During classical antiquity, several independent kingdoms became established in what is now Georgia. The kingdoms of Colchis and Iberia adopted Christianity as their state religion in the early 4th century, leading to the decline and elimination of previously dominant paganism, Zoroastrianism, and Mithraism. A unified kingdom of Georgia reached the peak of its political and economic strength during the reign of King David IV and Queen Tamar from the late 11th to the early 13th centuries. Thereafter and throughout the early modern period, Georgia became fractured and fell into decline due to the onslaught of various hostile empires, including the Mongols, the Ottoman Empire, and successive dynasties of Iran. In 1783, the Eastern Georgian kingdom of Kartli-Kakheti forged an ill-fated alliance with the Russian Empire, which led to the gradual annexation of Georgia by Russia starting in 1801. After a brief period of independence following the Russian Revolution of 1917, the First Georgian Republic was occupied by Soviet Russia in 1921, and absorbed into the Soviet Union as the Georgian Soviet Socialist Republic in 1922. After restoring its independence in 1991, post-communist Georgia suffered from a civil unrest and economic crisis for most of the 1990s. After a peaceful change of power in the Rose Revolution of 2003, Georgia pursued a strongly pro-Western foreign policy, introducing a series of political and economic reforms. Georgia is a member of the Council of Europe and the Guam Organization for Democracy and Economic Development. It contains two de facto independent regions, Abkhazia and South Ossetia, which gained limited international recognition after the 2008 Russo-Georgian War. Georgia and a major part of the international community consider the regions to be part of Georgia's sovereign territory under Russian military occupation. Etymology: the European Georgia probably stems from the Persian designation of the Georgians, Gurgan, in the 11th and 12th centuries, adapted via Syriac Gerzim, Gerzian, and Arabic Jurjan, Jerzan. Its origin is unclear, but may be related to Gorgan, meaning place of the wolves. The name was rendered by Crusaders as Georgia, clearly influenced by Saint George, the national saint of the Georgians. The Persian name continues an old Iranian Vyarkhan, land of the wolves, presumably related to the Trans-Caspian toponym Gorgan, also reflected in Armenian Verk, and a source of the classical name Iberia. The Persian name was also adopted into Russian, as Gurzi in the late medieval period, but later transformed to Gruzia, which form is reflected in the name of Georgia in numerous languages historically under Russian influence. The native name is Sakartvelo, derived from the core central Georgian region of Kartli, recorded from the 9th century, and in extended usage referring to the entire medieval kingdom of Georgia by the 13th century. The self-designation used by ethnic Georgians is Kartvelebi. The medieval Georgian chronicles present an eponymous ancestor of the Kartvelians, Kartlos, a great-grandson of Japheth. The name Sakartvelo consists of two parts. Its root, Kartveli, specifies an inhabitant of the core central eastern Georgian region of Kartli, or Iberia as it is known in sources of the Eastern Roman Empire. Ancient Greeks and Romans referred to early Western Georgians as Colchians and Eastern Georgians as Iberians.